What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are back in the Highlands for another episode. We're visiting a whole bunch of places that I haven't been to yet, including this spectacular canyon with about 1 million waterfalls flowing into it. You won't want to miss this episode. This canyon, known as Sigöldugljúfur, another Icelandic tongue twister, has got to be one of the most picturesque spots in all of Iceland. And yes, the water is actually that blue. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. Interestingly enough, the canyon was not always like this. Prior to the installation of the Sigala hydroelectric dam, this entire canyon was filled with water from the Tungnau River. With the dam now in place, the water level has dropped significantly, revealing this natural wonder that was once hidden from sight. A short walk from the road that I took to get to this canyon is an immense lava field. I took a brief stroll to it, but I didn't want to go too far in and disturb any elves. I could have stayed here for hours flying the drone around and capturing the beauty of this canyon oasis, but we had a long day of driving ahead, so we hit the road and drove to our next stop. Throughout the video I'll feature some of the shots myself and my friend Kathy took during our trip into the Highlands. You can find more of her work on her website. I'll link it in the description. All right, our next stop is again at an absolutely insane lunar landscape here in the Highlands. Just can't get over it. This place is crazy. So I'm just going to swing the camera around here. You can probably see there is a green mossy mountain there. A little bit to the left, there's a red mountain. And then in the distance, a bunch of old craters that are no longer erupting. I think it's time. Going to shoot the drone up and see what we can find in this area. These two red-tinged craters can be found along Route F208, but are not specifically marked anywhere on a map, nor could I find a name for them. Regardless, they are starting to fly over and the surrounding landscape is truly out of this world. I've never encountered anything like this area during my other trips into the Highlands. The light haze you can see in some of the drone footage is actually from the recent volcanic eruption on the Reykjanes Peninsula. I made a video about it a few weeks ago, which I'll link up top. Further south of the two red craters is a smaller, lonely red crater and a bunch of moss-covered hills. I gotta come back here and explore it some more, hopefully next summer. Righto, just a little bit further down the road from those red craters, we've come to Hnausapollur. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll pop a name up on screen for you to check that out. And well, I don't know what to say. This place is insane. I'm just going to swing the camera around, take a look at this. Yeah, not too bad. Hey, I think you know what time it is. It's drone time. Let's do it. Hnausapollur was formed only a few years before the first settlers came to Iceland. A gigantic explosive eruption formed this crater, which was then subsequently filled with groundwater, creating the vivid blue crater lake we see today. There are apparently small brown trout that live in the waters here. Many people climb down into the crater to fish, and I'm sure on a very hot summer day it would be a great place to swim. Perhaps next time. Now, just a few moments down the road from Hnausapollur
There's another pollur. This one's called Ljótipollur. Hopefully I pronounced that one correctly. This was a large explosive eruption in the 1400s, blew its top, filled with water, and you have a beautiful red crater surrounding it. I'm going to shoot the drone up and check it out.
The name Ljótipollur actually translates to ugly puddle. Bit of a contradiction considering the beauty of this spot. The striking red hues next to the vibrant greens and the pristine blue waters of this lake are truly something to behold. I'm sure it's another great place for a swim on those exceedingly rare warm summer days in Iceland. There are also numerous hiking trails surrounding this lake. You can make your way to the hiker's paradise of Landmannalaugar from here, as it's only a few short kilometers away.
Rightio, last stop of the day. We made it to Rauðaskál, just behind me here. So you might remember this from a previous episode where I visited Hekla and the Highlands. I'll pop a link up the top for that one. So today, gonna skip the hike, I think. Just gonna shoot the drones up and check it out.
Rauðaskál is always a beautiful spot to visit and the perfect place to end our epic journey into the Highlands today. I also managed to capture Hekla peeking through the clouds and the Vog, as well as the immense lava field she has created over the years. Great fun to drive through this area. Just make sure you have a 4x4 and the right insurance to do so. Check with your rental car provider to see if you can actually enter the Highlands and drive on the F-roads. That brings us to the end of another video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to scan the QR codes if you ever want to get in touch or book a tour through us here at Vivid Iceland. I'll see you in the next one.